In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 21st, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. UNC Wilmington versus Appalachian State. On a captivating Tuesday afternoon, UNC Wilmington and Appalachian State gear up for an intriguing matchup in the Fort Myers tip-off game, hosted at the Suncoast Credit Union Arena in Fort Myers, Florida. As the neutral ground for this clash, the arena sets the stage for the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the UNC Wilmington Seahawks. This game holds particular significance for App State as they step into their first Palms division encounter, while UNC Wilmington aims to build on their second game in the division. Despite the round-robin format minimizing the immediate stakes, the question lingers: will UNC Wilmington conclude their tournament with a decisive win, or are the Mountaineers poised to make waves in Florida? The Appalachian State Mountaineers approach this showdown with a record of 1-2, currently positioned 8th in the competitive Sun Belt Conference. Their journey so far has been a roller coaster, marked by a victory over Oakland City but setbacks against Oregon State and Northern Illinois. While the Mountaineers showcase offensive potential, averaging 79 points per game, defensive struggles are evident, conceding an average of 74 points. The spotlight falls on forward Donovan Gregory, the team's leading scorer, with 14 points per game, providing a crucial offensive spark. Meanwhile, forward Justin Abson excels in rebounding with an impressive 9.7 boards per game, and guard Zavian Brown orchestrates the offense with 4 assists per game. A closer look at the Mountaineers' shooting percentages reveals areas for improvement, with a field goal percentage of 42.7 indicating room for enhanced accuracy. The three-point percentage of 31.5 underscores the need for improved perimeter shooting, while a free throw percentage of 53.2 signals challenges from the charity stripe. Defensively, while their total rebounds per game average of 44 reflects proficiency on the boards, attention to steals and blocked shots is crucial for a more comprehensive defensive effort. On the flip side, the UNC Wilmington Seahawks have embarked on an impressive season with a flawless 4-0 record, securing the top spot in the Coastal Athletic Association. Their standout performance is characterized by an explosive offense, averaging an astonishing 101 points per game, showcasing their scoring prowess. While allowing an average of 71 points per game, the Seahawks demonstrate a commendable balance between offensive firepower and defensive resilience. The Seahawk charge is led by forward Trezarian White, a spectacular scorer averaging 19 points per game, making him one of the league's most prolific point makers. Guard Nick Farrer dominates the boards with an average of 5.7 rebounds per game, and playmaker Shaquem Phillips leads the team with 4 assists per game. The Seahawks boast remarkable shooting efficiency, with a field goal percentage of 55.3 and a three-point percentage of 50.7, emphasizing their ability to convert scoring opportunities. Free throws remain consistent at 72.2%. Defensively, their 37 total rebounds per game showcase possession dominance, with Phillips contributing 4 steals per game and Comrie McGriff providing rim protection with 1.3 blocks per game. In this clash against Appalachian State, the UNC Wilmington Seahawks stand as the favored victors. Their offensive prowess, averaging over 100 points per game with remarkable shooting percentages, sets them apart as an offensive juggernaut. With Trezarian White leading the charge and a well-rounded offensive arsenal, the Seahawks enter the game with undeniable advantages. Their flawless record and dominant performances underscore their readiness to overcome the Mountaineers. The Seahawks' supremacy is evident in their stellar shooting percentages, especially from beyond the arc. App State's defensive struggles against the three-point line only accentuate the mismatch, predicting a challenging game for the Mountaineers. On the other end, the Mountaineers' offensive inefficiencies, even against a vulnerable Seahawks defense, indicate a tough uphill battle. The Seahawks, with their firepower and efficiency, emerge as the clear favorites. As the analysis unfolds, the glaring contrast in performance between these two teams becomes hard to ignore. Until a worthy adversary halts this offensive juggernaut, the wise choice is to roll with the Seahawks, expecting them to dominate every challenger in their path. So the UNC Wilmington Seahawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While the UNC Wilmington Seahawks' impressive 100-plus point scoring average may experience a dip against the toughest defense on their schedule in Appalachian State, the Mountaineers' struggles to capitalize on offensive opportunities will limit their ability to keep up. This clash won't solely be dictated by the Seahawks, as the App State defense steps up to make scoring more challenging. With both teams contributing to the defensive effort, we're expecting a lower scoring game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Syracuse versus Gonzaga. In this eagerly anticipated consolation bracket clash on the college hardwood, a formidable Atlantic Coast Conference representative, the Syracuse Orange, is set to face off against the formidable West Coast Conference contender, the number 11 Gonzaga Bulldogs, in the picturesque Hawaiian Islands. This pivotal matchup will determine the team that advances to the 5th place game, adding another layer of intensity to an already compelling contest. Syracuse, coming off a challenging 73-56 loss to number 7 Tennessee in the quarterfinals, failed to cover the spread as a 13.5-point underdog. Meanwhile, Gonzaga suffered a 73-63 defeat at the hands of number 2 Purdue, falling short as a 5.5-point underdog in their previous encounter. The stakes are high, and the history between these teams adds an extra dimension, with Syracuse having claimed victory in both previous meetings, including a memorable 63-60 win in the Sweet 16 of the 2016 NCAA tournament. The Syracuse Orange faced a tough test on Tuesday, struggling on both ends of the court. Their offense sputtered, managing only 25 points in the first half, while their defense faltered, allowing 43 points in the second half. Despite the team's overall struggle, Chris Bell emerged as a standout performer, contributing 16 points and 1 rebound. The recent matchup against Colgate, where Syracuse narrowly secured a 4-point victory, underscores the challenges they've faced. On the season, Syracuse is averaging 77 points offensively but conceding an average of 74 points on the defensive end. Gonzaga, on the other hand, displayed glimpses of brilliance against Purdue, but a second-half downturn led to their 73-63 defeat. Graham Ike showcased his prowess with 14 points and 7 rebounds, supported by 3 other players who finished with at least 11 points. With an impressive season average of 91 points on offense and a solid defense allowing 67 points per game, Gonzaga is poised for a rebound in this matchup. The key for them will be maintaining consistency throughout the game. Syracuse entered the tournament with a perfect 10-0 record and 3 championships from previous trips, but they now find themselves in danger of exiting without a win. The Bulldogs of Gonzaga, with their physical prowess and a mix of experienced players and impactful transfers, pose a formidable challenge. The Zags' resilience against Purdue's defense indicates they won't be intimidated, and they'll look to exploit Syracuse's defensive vulnerabilities. The dynamic scorer Mintz, though impressive, has shown susceptibility to cold streaks, which Gonzaga aims to exploit to disrupt his rhythm. Both teams share the commonality of double-digit losses to top 10 opponents in the quarterfinal round, but the differences emerge in their playing styles. While neither team has excelled in perimeter shooting, Gonzaga's dominance on the board sets them apart. Syracuse's struggle with rebounding, being out-rebounded by more than 5 boards a night in their first 4 games, could prove to be a significant disadvantage. The Bulldogs' experience and talent, particularly with holdovers like Watson and Hickman and impactful transfers in Ike and Nembhard, give them a distinct edge. The defensive woes of the Syracuse team are a glaring concern, having allowed an average of 74 points per game. Against the offensive firepower of Gonzaga, it's anticipated that the Bulldogs will surpass this mark. While Syracuse might keep it close in the first half, the second half is predicted to see Gonzaga pulling away convincingly. As both teams seek redemption from their challenging losses on Monday, the Bulldogs are poised to control the game if they perform well. Expecting a resounding bounce back, the Gonzaga Bulldogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Recapping Monday's struggles for both teams against staunch defenses, Gonzaga faced difficulties in shooting during the second half, leading to their downfall. Syracuse, from the outset, seemed outmatched against the physicality of the Volunteers. The Bulldogs are expected to present similar challenges for Syracuse, with their offensive prowess likely to yield better access to the rim. However, Syracuse's ability to make defensive adjustments should keep the overall score within bounds. Expect a game where both teams strive to regain their offensive rhythm but fall short of reaching the projected total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Georgia Southern versus Northeastern. In a captivating early season clash, the Georgia Southern Eagles are set to take on the Northeastern Huskies, creating a compelling narrative in the world of college basketball. The anticipation builds as both teams engage in intense battles leading up to their face-off tomorrow, adding an extra layer of intrigue to this matchup. This encounter serves as a unique opportunity to witness the team's evolving strategies and adaptability, especially in the context of back-to-back games. The Georgia Southern Eagles find themselves at the bottom of the Sun Belt Conference with a challenging 0-5 record, desperately seeking a turnaround. Their offensive struggles are conspicuous, averaging a mere 70.5 points per game. The inadequacy extends to their field goal efficiency, which stands at a concerning 37.6%. Despite a modest 30.4% in three-point shooting, the Eagles display proficiency in free throw shooting, boasting a commendable 76.5% accuracy. Defensively, the team faces formidable challenges, allowing a substantial 84 points per game. Their vulnerability in guarding the perimeter is evident, with opponents capitalizing on a 30.4% success rate from beyond the arc. Rebounding, too, poses a significant concern, with an average of 35.5 rebounds per game contributing to their struggles. Key players, including guard Deuce Dean and forward Avante Parker, must step up for the Eagles to find success. With Dean leading in scoring at 17 points per game and Parker excelling in rebounding with 4.8 rebounds per game, their contributions become crucial. Jammer Franklin's defensive edge, exemplified by 1.2 steals per game, adds depth to the team. To secure victories, Georgia Southern needs these key players to elevate their performances while addressing their defensive lapses and improving their three-point defense. Contrastingly, the Northeastern Huskies, positioned 6th in the Coastal Athletic Association with a 2-3 record, present a more balanced approach. Averaging 70 points per game, they maintain a solid 44.9% field goal percentage. While their three-point shooting accuracy is reasonable at 33.3%, there's room for improvement in free throw shooting, standing at a 67.1% success rate. The Huskies showcase a moderate level of control in rebounding, averaging 35.3 boards per game. Defensively, they allow 73 points per game, with vulnerability to three-point shots evident in a 33.3% success rate. Key players, including Joe Pridgeon, Lucas Sakota, and Chris Doherty, contribute significantly to both offensive and defensive facets. For the Huskies to ascend in their conference and solidify their position, maintaining offensive efficiency and addressing gaps in three-point and free throw shooting is imperative. A concerted effort to enhance their defense, particularly against three-point shots, becomes crucial for upcoming games. In this matchup, the Northeastern Huskies emerge as the clear favorites. Their robust performance, anchored by a balanced offensive and defensive strategy, positions them as formidable contenders. Averaging 70 points per game, Joe Pridgeon's consistent scoring, Lucas Sakota's playmaking, and Chris Doherty's rebounding prowess contribute to the team's overall strength. Defensively limiting opponents to an average of 73 points per game demonstrates their resilience. Northeastern's efficiency in shooting and rebounding, coupled with a strategic approach, strengthens their position. Both teams come into this game off losses on Monday, but Northeastern has displayed superior performance this season. While the Huskies lost narrowly to Kennesaw State, Georgia Southern suffered an 18-point defeat at East Carolina. Northeastern's victory over East Carolina on Sunday adds to their favorable momentum. The Eagles' struggles are evident in their winless record, with losses against subpar opponents like Jacksonville and Kennesaw State. Furthermore, statistical analyses reveal a stark contrast in offensive efficiency between the two teams. Georgia Southern's adjusted offensive efficiency of 97.5 points per 100 possessions ranks them 290th in Ken Pomeroy's ratings, while Northeastern boasts a more impressive 102 points per 100 possessions. The Huskies also concede 3 fewer points per 100 possessions, showcasing their defensive prowess. With 3 of the Eagles' last 4 defeats being by double digits, the Northeastern Huskies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The combined adjusted tempo of both teams suggests a moderate-paced game, with Georgia Southern at 69.9 and Northeastern at 66.5. This pace indicates a game that is not excessively fast but still holds potential for a reasonable scoring output. Northeastern's offensive capability, coupled with Georgia Southern's defensive vulnerabilities, sets the stage for a game where points could accumulate steadily. The Huskies' balanced attack, combined with the Eagles' struggles against three-pointers, is likely to contribute to a higher scoreline. Georgia Southern's defensive woes are apparent, allowing at least 82 points in 3 consecutive games, including 85 against Jacksonville and 82 against East Carolina on Monday. The Eagles ranked 349th in three-point defense, further emphasizing their susceptibility to long-range shots. In contrast, the Huskies, ranking 300th in Division I in three-point defense, also face challenges in defending against three-pointers. Georgia Southern's inclination to take plenty of threes, averaging 28 attempts per game, aligns with the Huskies' struggles in three-point defense. The over is 4-0 in the Huskies' last 4 games, indicating a trend towards higher-scoring matchups. Expectations for a high-scoring bout align with statistical trends and recent performance patterns of both teams. The anticipation is validated by the observed defensive lapses of Georgia Southern and the offensive capabilities of Northeastern. This matchup will showcase an abundance of scoring opportunities. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.